there was a different comments from the president about, if people like Caitlyn Jenner wanted to use this bathroom in Trump Tower, she could now. What's happened?
No, I think that's, so just to be clear, the president was asked at one point, Caitlyn Jenner was in Trump Tower, and he said, that's great. That's consistent with everything he said. It's a states' rights issue. And that's entirely what he believes, that if a state wants to pass a law or a rule, or an organization wants to do something in compliance with the state rule, that's their right. But it shouldn't be the federal government getting in the way of this. I mean, if you look at this, the law that was passed in 1972 did not contemplate or consider this issue. Number two, the procedure for this guidance letter that was done through the Obama administration was not properly followed. There was no comment period. There was no input from parents, teachers, students, or administrators. None. So if we think about how this was implemented last administration, there was zero input, there was zero comment period offered. Teachers and students never had any say in how this was implemented. Number three, there's a reason that the Texas court had this matter enjoined. It's because it didn't follow the law and it had procedural problems. Four, as I mentioned, it's a state right issue. And then five is, I think that we do have to recognize that children do enjoy rights from, anti-bullying statutes that are in almost every state. And that there's a difference between being compassionate for individuals and children who are struggling with something and wanting to make sure they're protected, and how it's being done. And I think that the president has a big heart, as we've talked about in a lot of other issues, and there's a big difference. Personally, he addressed this issue when it came up with respect to one of his properties. But he also believes that that's not a federal, it's not a federal government issue. It's an issue left to the states, and it's an issue that, there's a reason in August of last year that the court enjoined this, because it hadn't followed the law, and it hadn't, the procedure, the comment period, and the solicitation of opinions and ideas wasn't followed.